Hey everyone, so I'm here to do the September stitching tag that was started by Shell Stitch 67. So the first question was, what is your favorite DMC color? It's very hard to pick a color, and I'll show you why. This is why. So this is the DMC color charts, and these are all the DMC colors. So, I mean, it's really hard to pick just one color. So the color that I picked, though, is the, let me see if I can find it. I had it here a minute ago. Yeah, here. So it's 349 right here. And it's this red here. I believe it's called Christmas Red. And my favorite color is red. So that's the color that I like. But as I said, it's very hard to pick a color when you have this many colors. So, question 2, I believe, is do you stitch for Christmas or winter? Normally I do stitch for Christmas. I do little gifts that I give to people at Christmas time, but this year I've actually decided not to stitch anything for Christmas, and the reason that I'm not doing anything for Christmas and also not doing anything for autumn is because I'm going to do the Mirabilia Santa for the January stitch along, and I don't want to do anything before then so that I can keep the Santa to start in January. So that's why I'm not doing anything, but normally I do. The third question, I believe, sorry I didn't write them down, was what are you reading at the moment? And on my nightstand at the moment is a book by Danielle Steele, and it's called First Sight. Just started it a couple weeks ago. What I tend to do is I go to bed really late. I go to bed around 11 o'clock, and then usually sometimes I'll read, sometimes that's when I'll catch up with all your videos at night. So sometimes I read, sometimes I play on my iPad. But my favorite author is Danielle Steele. I also like Nora Roberts. I like Barbara Taylor Bradford. It's actually funny, before I met my husband, I was very heavily into reading. I actually had a spare room upstairs, and I had about 500 books. I had 3 bookcases full of books, and what I was doing was 2 of the bookcases were books that I hadn't even read yet, and 1 of the bookcases were books that I had already read. But when I met my husband and we decided that we were going to stay where we were, I had to change the room over in order to fit my husband's stuff and to make it a home. So I decided to get rid of all my books. What I did was I gave them away to a Value Village. It was just, there was no way I could keep it. I didn't have the room. But I did keep all the Danielle Steele books because I have all her books. I'm missing a few of her most recent books, but I have her books since she's written from the beginning. So what I did is I put those in a big tote. So I have those. Those I won't get rid of for some reason, just because she is my favorite author. The other question, I believe, was the 3 random facts. So my first random fact is my mom had 4 daughters. My older sister was born premature, and she was born back home where my mom lived in Portugal, and at that time she was born full term, but she was born with, she wasn't full weight. My mom had some problems during her pregnancy, and so the baby was born, but the baby died a week later. So that's my older sister. And then my mother had 3 girls after that, so I have 2 older sisters and then myself. And Portuguese people really like the name Maria. So my first name is Maria, and all my other sisters were Maria. So it's quite funny because sometimes at home, if my husband is around or my brother-in-laws are around and they call Maria, usually we all look because our first names are Maria. What we've done is my husband has actually come up with nicknames for my sisters, so he doesn't have to call them Maria. So this way, when he's talking about one sister or the other sister, I know who he's talking about. We do have, Maria was our first name. We do have middle names, but unfortunately, if you take the translation of our middle names into the English language, it kind of doesn't make sense. just because my name is, my Portuguese name is Maria de Deus, and Deus means God in Portuguese. So I wasn't going to call myself Maria of God, and I couldn't call myself God, so that's why I go by Maria. And my sisters also go by Maria, and usually we know when somebody calls Maria, they usually use our middle name at home. So yeah, interesting fact there. The second random fact is I have 3 tattoos. I have one here on my shoulder, just right here. The one that I have here is 2 roses in a circle, and it's about this big. I have one in my lower back. The one in my lower back is quite big. It's a big sunflower, and it's got some vines coming out of it. And I just got one this year. I got this one here. I don't know if you can see that. So it's a butterfly. Let's see. It's kind of hard to turn my wrist that way. It's a butterfly with a red ribbon on it. And the butterfly represents, I have PCOS. So that's what the butterfly represents. It's the symbol for PCOS. And just a ribbon for strength in the middle, just because this PCOS has taken a lot of time. But yeah. So this one has special meaning. And if somebody has a tattoo, I don't have a problem with it, but my tattoos all have a special meaning to me. They were all done for a reason. They weren't done out of a whim, or, well, maybe the one on my lower back, I think that one was. But this one here and this one here have a special meaning for me. So, so the third random fact was, oh, I had it, now I forgot it. Oh boy. Let me see, what else can I tell you? Oh, I had the third one and I totally forgot about it. Yeah, I guess I'm just gonna have to give you 2 unless I can think of another one. Oh, I needed a minute to think there. I'm getting older. CH. The third fact that I was going to tell you was that I'm 3 years older than my husband. My husband is younger than me, just by 3 years. It's actually 3 years and 3 days. Our birthday is 3 days apart. My birthday is May 28th, and his is May 31st. So that was my last random fact. So that's my stitching tag. So while I've got you, and before I let you go, I have a haul. So I just thought I'd slip it in behind the stitching tag. I ordered some stuff from 123 Stitch last week, and it came this week. Actually, it was funny because last month I ordered some stuff, and it was a Glendon Place haul last week. Sorry, last month, and this month it's a Imaginating haul. So I ordered this. It's a needle minder, and it says I love to cross stitch on it. I ordered a magnetic needle keeper. I have a couple of these and I really like it, and this one came with 2 needles, so I ordered that. I also ordered a small, this is supposed to keep your needles, so if you have a smaller pattern, you can write the symbols and the numbers on here and then just place the needles on there. I have the big thread organizers, but I wanted something small, so I ordered that. Okay, so I was looking at a cross-stitch magazine that I bought last month, and you know how sometimes you look at a magazine and you see a pattern and you think, oh boy, I have to have that pattern. Well, let me see if I can find the pattern that started all this. It's here. It's here. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Yeah, it's here. So, this is the pattern that started all this. So, I saw this in a magazine, and I thought, oh my gosh, I have to have this one. So I searched, and 123 Stitch had it. And I wasn't just going to order this pattern. I mean, the shipping that you're going to pay for one pattern, you might as well order a few. So I ordered this one, And this one is My Craft Room, and it's by Ursula Michaels. And then it says, My Crafts Room, don't touch a thing. And then it's got buttons and pencils and everything for crafting. So I had to have this one. So the other one that I ordered is, I saw this one, and this one says Smile, Breathe, and Go Slowly. And it's called a Zen Breath, and it's also by Ursula Michaels. I thought that was so pretty. The other one that I ordered is the Stitch and Sew, and this is another Ursula Michaels one. So this one's actually more for us because it's got all the stitching and sewing supplies on it. So that's cute. Also ordered another one that says, this one's by Gail Busey, and it says Sew Every Day. This one is, When you smile, the world smiles back at you. And I think that's a great saying. So that's designed by Ursula Michaels, and it's called Smile at the World. Also got this one, and it's Plant Happiness, also by Ursula Michaels. And it says, One who plants a garden plants happiness. So, and also ordered, I love the Ursula Michaels words patterns, so I ordered this one, and it's called Let's Think Spring. I ordered the Let's Love Autumn. Love that one. Also ordered the Let's Leap into Fall. So that's the Ursula Michaels fall one. Also ordered the Stony Creek Don't Forget to Stop and Smell the Flowers. And also ordered this one, Hope, by Ursula Michaels again. And sorry, I think at the beginning I mentioned this was 1, 2, 3 stitch order, but I'm sorry, it's not. It was a Stony Creek order. All these patterns and all this stuff was ordered from Stony Creek. I'm waiting for a Witch Health order to come in. That will be the fabric for my Canadian Beauty, my Joan Elliott. And I also ordered the new patterns this month for the Mirabilia, so that will come hopefully next week with the Witch Health. So that's my video. Just wanted to say happy stitching and thank you for subscribing, and just wanted to say that I love watching your videos. I usually, when I go to bed at night, if I'm not reading, I'm usually up till about 12:30 watching all your videos. So keep them coming, and it's nice to see what everyone's doing. It's nice to see that everyone's buying cross stitch stuff, and just a great thing, and we've got a great little community going on here. So happy stitching, and bye for now.